Way to blow somebody up for being stupid at math in high school.
But I was there with him. And you know what?
Wow.
That guy's like a financial advisor right now, making mad money.
Wow.
It worked out.
He put his career put his career in jeopardy. Anyway, here we go. Another episode, Kaiser boosh, and part 2 of the special World Series exclusive world premiere special world event inside the mind of boosh.
Yeah.
All right, episode 2, part of a 5-part miniseries. Where I, the Kaiser, will be interviewing the boosh on the pillars of the boosh life. And yeah, so last time, if you didn't check it out, we talked about comics pretty much, right? Comic books, movies. So this one I was going to do video games. I kind of felt like that might be a little boring. So we're just going to jump into topic number 2.
Chicken.
Music.
Damn, you just skip it. Oh man, damn.
Going right into it.
We joked about Street Fighter like killing it. It killed it so much. You were like, it's done. You don't even got time for that shit.
You want to do games? We can do. All right, let's do.
I mean, it's up to you. If you want to do me, I mean, you can always flip them. We can always do the games next. But I just found that funny. Just like fuck this shit.
Let's talk about games. I'm further removed from games than you are, so.
Well, I mean, you made the topics, dude.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't feel it's gonna be too interesting.
So do music then. Do music. Fuck it.
No, we're gonna do games.
Do the fucking music if we can.
No, this is games. This is games now. We're playing games. Games and music, people. Episode 2. I'm obviously playing miniseries World Series premiere event.
Obviously playing.
No, we're gonna do music. All right. So. Going to start off with some warm-up questions. You're not going to like them. Just answer them. Just answer off the top of your head. All right? Save us all some time. Top 3 favorite music genres.
Okay, we are doing music. You had me again. Okay, I was mad confused. I think by default, probably hip-hop. For one, because I grew up in it, so I had no choice. I grew up a fucking screw-up. Shout out to Biggie. But I know. But and then even now, like I think we talk it anytime we're around New York people. I think we probably talk it hip hop. I don't know if that happens to you, but you know, like the culture. I know Danny, like Danny Blanco. He's more religious now and calm. But the minute he starts talking around us, like and not us, just all New Yorkers, like he transforms. So the hip hop culture is there for sure. And look, like now you see me, I'm like rapping now too. So I mean, like whether we listen to it or not, it's in there. You know what I mean? Number 2 right now. Fuck. Like I'm trying to think more right now than all time. Though I guess all time it probably have to be prog rock. Do you want me to go in detail or just say prog rock?
You can. I don't know. What do you? I don't know why. No, just answer.
All right, yeah.
Just
so
answer.
prog rock.
I'll follow up.
So the hip hop, the prog rock, and I guess like I'll say electronic music, which will encompass a bunch of shit, like the dubstep era, the UK era.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah.
I figured those are the things that probably make me up, and those are cheat genres because they all encompass 500 genres in themselves. So they kind of
that doesn't matter. So, for each of those genres, what was the first song that you remember, maybe not necessarily hearing, like the first song that you heard? You know what I'm saying? For hip-hop, what was it? And then, like, why?
All right, if you had more whys, keep going.
No, I'm not gonna ask the why because you kind of answered it already.
Hip hop is Wu-Tang. I don't know which song though. I know they would say "Protect Your Neck," but for me, I don't know. I just know my brother brought in that album to the room. The lights were dark. It was either this album or Tikal where the lights were dark, but I always imagine it was this. Just brought in that album to the house, turned off the lights. He sat in the corner, and then just
You
pressed
make it
play.
sound like your brother was having a satanic ceremony.
It was just happening. He was trying to make me one of those ninjas, one at the Source Awards. You know, that's how you get indoctrinated.
That's how you indoctrinated into hip hop. Your brother came home with the secret.
Yeah.
With the Wu-Tang.
Enter the 36 Chambers, you know, and then he put it on, and then I think the first.
And so after that, you just listened to hip hop. After that,
yeah,
that was it?
Yeah. Your first thing I heard was Shaolin Shadow Boxing, and the Wu-Tang Sword Style. If what you say is true, the Shaolin and the Wu-Tang could be dangerous. On guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style. Actually, I skipped one part. It's supposed to be, do you think your Wu-Tang can defeat me? And then, on guard. I'll let you try my Wu-Tang style. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. Bring the motherfucking ruckus. And then he says that a lot, you know?
Yeah. All right.
Ghostface cast the blast of an iceberg. Some other shit. I don't remember.
Love at first sight. Wu-Tang.
Yeah. But,
so where does...
What's up?
All right, go ahead. You can go ahead.
I have no idea. But, yeah, that's like a perfect album. It's top tier. Yeah, man, there's a lot of good ones like that. I don't know if it's just because... they embedded good memories or something, but yeah, that's one of the top.
That's Love at First Sight, Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Where's prog rock come from?
I don't know if it's the first, but it probably is. What's that? Dan, you remember that?
Give me an example of a band that I might know. That's
Dream Theater, easy. But I mean, like, one. You remember that white kid who went to high school? I know it's not narrowing it down enough, but I'm gonna keep going. I know he was a white kid. He wore glasses. Maybe he had red hair, but really short.
Way to be racist.
Yeah. But he, I feel like he was a drummer, and he was always talking about Tool. I feel like Carl would probably know his name more than maybe you, because I feel like maybe I hung out with him with Carl like in the class. But
yeah, I have no idea.
He was definitely a rock guy, and he was always about Tool. But then he brought in this CD to school. It was Dream Theater, 6 Degrees of Inner Turbulence, and he was like, yeah, I liked him, but he was a Tool fanboy, so he would never put him above Tool. But I think he lends it to me. And I heard that CD, and the first track is 13 minutes. And I think it's like boom, 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 boom. I think that, yeah, and it's all this crazy shit, but it's 13-minute song, so I would hum the whole thing, but we'd be here forever. But at that time, I didn't even know. They're using 7-string guitars, I believe, on that song. And they're just pretty much... That was the first band, like, that was the first time I heard any such ridiculousness. Like, songs are, like, not 4 minutes or, like, not, 3 minutes or whatever. And, like, a rock song where it's, like, the guy doesn't start singing until, like, 5 minutes in. And, like, even when he sings, then he shuts up and it still keeps happening, So, like, I think it just showed me for the first time, like, oh, this is what's possible, It's like watching like basketball, but then you see Jordan after seeing like 100 normal people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So it was pretty crazy.
High school, got a CD, some Dream Theater stuff. Put you on.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, man.
And what'd you say? Number 3? Oh,
EDM.
Yeah. So what's the origins of that?
There's so many. I feel like 2 came to mind because I kind of drop out, and then the second time I get it, and I guess is when I kind of stick with it for real. But I guess
you were at a rave on ecstasy in high school.
No X for me. But
okay,
if we want to take it to, I guess maybe one of the first times, at least first times that I remember. I feel like, yeah, all right, I'll tell this part, and then the rest of it will be maybe true, maybe not. But anyway. So thousands of years ago, right, there was a system called the PlayStation 2. And I think when it came out with like mad games, and I bought like Unreal Tournament and all these other things, But one of the games that came out day one, I didn't buy it till Christmas, or at least got it to Christmas, and that game was like SSX. And then the final level is a thing called Untracked. It's a stage called Untracked.
And I remember that.
Yeah, and it's just an untracked mountain.
It's a long ass stage.
Yeah, it's just an untracked mountain, That's still one of my dreams, to do an untracked mountain.
It did have a cool beat. I don't remember what it
Yeah.
is, but I remember it did have a cool
So
song.
that's Hybrid. The group's called Hybrid Finnish Symphony, and it was a breakbeat. It's probably easier for us to hear because breakbeats are that's the same thing that hip hop uses. Breakbeats. The only difference is they're playing them real fast, but it's the same. It's pretty much a boom bap beat, but real fast. It's borderline. It's not drum and bass, but it's pretty much the same thing. So that probably what also made it easier to get into. But yeah, it had the beats with the symphony in it, and that became like their kind of gimmick or signature style. Is they do beats with symphonies. But yeah, no, I would play that stage a lot and just hear that song, and I feel like even though you probably could press start and find out the track, I feel like I don't find out the name of the track and the artist till like I think Richard told me it, Richard Reynoso, because we were in the stupid math class. And I think I used to sit behind him, and I feel like I would tell him about that shit. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, that's hybrid." And I'm like, "What the fuck's a hybrid?" And he was like, "Just look it up." And I went on Napster and shit. And then I
Way
got
to
it.
blow somebody up for being stupid at math in high school.
But I was there with him. And you know what?
Wow.
That guy's like a
Anyway.
financial advisor right now, making mad money.
Wow.
It worked out.
He just put his career in jeopardy.
He might not be a
Yo,
financial
listen to
advisor.
this,
I just
like,
know he does financial things.
He's got a lot on his resume. He was in the
No, he's
fucking
making
stupid
mad.
math
He's
class with
making
this
mad
guy.
money. He's alright. He's always in. I have not seen a picture of him not in a suit. You know,
Wow.
he's alright. He's big pimping and all that.
Obviously,
Shout out to
some of
Richard. He's not hearing
your
this.
some of your fascist ways are coming out here. Okay. So other than just consuming music, obviously you make music. What do you? Let's tell the people who may not know, Boosh, what you make and how you started making beats or music or whatever. Yeah.
All right. I guess technically I can make whatever I want, but most of it probably because it's easier and like I said, it's natural. It's probably hip hopness, but it's probably just not traditionally. It definitely doesn't sound like today's stuff because I'm stubborn, and it's probably not enough like yesterday's stuff because I'm stubborn.
Where'd you say like a lot of the influences come from, even if they're from
the
like
UK,
outside
easy.
of
So it's the UK.
what genre of UK music?
Oh, the real dubstep, real man dubstep.
So it's like
man, not hot like that guy. That's grime though. But yeah,
so
like,
you'd say it's dubstep influenced.
at least my drum patterns
Hip-hop?
definitely are. Yeah. But
Alright.
because I favor the sub bass, which again America favors it now, but they never favored it like they were doing it, and then now like we gravitate more to 808 bass than we do like holding the damn note, the whole note. It's really lazy, but I mean it's also like, yeah, I don't know. It's just something natural that comes, and I feel like they do that more over there in the UK too. And yeah, I use a lot of electronic shit instead of being sample or instead of using more traditional hip hop sounds or whatever. And I use my guitar and that shit. But
So you play instruments too?
yeah, man, the
What
guitar,
do you
the
play?
bass, theoretically the keyboard, like piano.
What's that mean? What's theoretically played?
What I say with because I use it to make stuff, but it's like
That was double talk. That was fascist double talk.
what I tell a lot of people is like, dude,
theoretically I rap. Wink.
well, like I was hanging out with this girl like a few weeks ago, and she wanted to buy a piano or whatever, and I was like, oh man, like how'd you say guitar? I could teach you that, and she has a guitar too, so maybe I'll teach her that. But I was like, like I play the piano, but it's like I can't play it because if you were like play a song, Abe, on any of the three instruments, I probably can't play you jack shit. But if you like, hey man, make a song, Abe, and leave me alone for 30, then I'll make you something. But I don't practice my chops, and I don't got nothing in my head right now, so it's like. Even some stuff that I knew how to play, I can't. I knew some Dream Theater riffs. I can't play that shit right now at all because you need to be in shape.
You just play them. You play them mostly for the purposes of making.
Yeah.
Just making your music.
Yeah, I don't really. Even my shit, I can't play because once I record it, it's not like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, like,
That makes sense.
sometimes I hear my shit and I'm like, that's crazy. Who made that? Like,
Yeah.
Yo, fucking mountains. If
Okay.
I had to play you those chords on all those guitars, if I had to play that right now, you like, yo, hey, play that live right now.
Yeah, I know.
I wouldn't even know what
Yeah.
to tell. I'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that. That makes sense.
um,
So when did you start getting into making
I
beats?
was Dream Theater. It's
So you got the CD and then you downloaded Fruity Loops because you wanted to make
Oh no, see, those are
Dream
two
Theater
different stories.
beats.
So those are two different stories. So Dream Theater, they got two songs. I don't remember any. I know. Okay, second one just came to me. "Learning to Live" and "Metropolis." There, that's the name of the songs. And they both have like the most ridiculous middle sections of like retarded ass instrumentation going on. That I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like a lot of things that I didn't know was possible. Those were my first exposures to it, and yeah, it was pretty sick. And because it was there, just like musical journeys and shit. I would just hear those shits, and you just fucking start traveling and shit. So I was like, man, I want to do that shit. Wouldn't it be cool to do that shit? I just watched a lot of their live shits, and then I begged my dad to teach me guitar, and he said no because he's too old. But then I bothered him enough that he one day said yes, and then we used to jam. And then once I got like, I don't know if I got good, but I got a basic understanding, and then Google kind of taught me. Google in my ears taught me the rest, like just learning scales and shit. The Fruity Loops thing. Technically, we were getting all these things thousands of years ago during the origin of Duke.
Mm.
Because Duke always wanted to make beats, and I was the computer guy. Because back then.
First off, Duke is Beats Eternal. Duke
That's his
has and
name.
always will be beats and always made beats. All right, there's no beginning or end to Duke's beat making.
But yeah, so like I think I can't even remember the first program before Fruity Loops. I think we were on the EJs, hip hop EJs.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that.
And it's
Wow.
funny because we talk about painting music,
DJs.
and I feel like EJ is probably a good example of like painting music because it definitely had a lot of clips in there, And so it's like we went right back to that.
Oh, the programming you're talking about?
Yeah. I felt like that one
Yeah.
you were more like picking what was
Yeah,
there
no, it
and doing
was.
stuff.
Yeah. It was like that.
But then Fruity Loops came, and I didn't know music at that point, so I remember digging around with it, but I didn't know what I was doing. But Duke, I guess he had a little bit already, so he got some stuff. I probably still have it on my computer, but now because Windows 10 is fucking fantastic, I can't open it, But I mean, but I got I got a bunch of old sessions from Young Duke that I wish I could like open and hear. It would be nice. But I still have it. I think it's Fruity Loops 3.5. That was the last one I probably got for them. But I think we started around the 2s. And now they're on Fruity Loops 12. By the time I get into those things, I think I go to New York for the first or second time. Depending on what time it was. The first time I go with my business class, but the second time I actually go to see Dream Theater at Radio City Music Hall. But and I'm on that DVD too. But I'm at Duke's place, right? I'm in the room. The Duke room, the Duke studio. And he's using Reason, and I was like, all right, well, I gotta get this Reason. So I go back and I sign up for a class. Digital music production, right? I think I signed up around like a December. But it takes too long, so I just end up getting because class starts in January, so I just end up getting Reason myself. And then that Christmas
just
too.
Diving in.
Yeah, I bought my first keyboard that I'm looking at right now. And it was like I think the only Christmas present I got, but I think it was $300, and me, my mom, and my sis each put down like $100 each, so it was like a trifecta purchase. And then it was the first keyboard. Then I started making, and still have the first beat probably I made.
The first beat. That's like Apocalypse, like the first minute. First beat.
I'm hearing it now in my head.
Jeez. All right.
Oh no, I'm not hearing it. I'm hearing this beat that I think I gave to David, and he might have rapped on it. Shit, I kind of want to hear that song. I want to hear some next.
All right. So I think those are some good intro questions. I didn't know about that class thing. If you did tell me about it, I don't remember it, but I don't feel like I ever knew.
The what thing?
The class that you signed up for a class for.
Oh yeah, so that guy he
reason.
ends up being like that guy's Dr. Seabald. I already interviewed him, so his episode is coming out in like a few days or something. But
Mm.
that guy ends up being the first guy who gives me like a chance. So like he hires me to be the lab monitor, and then from there I do all the recordings from my college, like for any recital that goes on, pretty
Yep.
much.
Yeah, I remember you doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's get into some of the hard hitting nitty gritty questions about why you're fascist and why you hate Captain America, why you hate good hip hop,
What
why
does he
you're
have to do with
pro,
music?
why you're pro Drake. Obviously pro Drake. Jeez, well, that's a lot. That's a lot right there. You know what I mean? Pro Drake and anti Captain America. That's about as worse as it gets. That's evil. No, but so in some other discussions, people maybe some people know this, but most probably don't. You want to make music, and among other things, for like work, right? You want to make a living being creative, whether it's the podcast, whether it's your music, whether it's whatever.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to see a recurring theme on all of these things. I don't know about the last one, just kind of the getting jaded and getting older. Do you still enjoy making music? And do you make a lot of music now? Do you make as much music as you want?
Nope.
Okay.
Like I don't make them as much. I don't make a lot. I think I still do enjoy it, but I don't know if the word is drive or the goal right now. Just because, because I guess I do want to make a living off of something creative. I feel like that's probably not my best option because
Why?
maybe like I don't know. Maybe you could say this about any cool shit, like that the odds are always stacked against you. Um, but just music just seems really bad. Like
Do you think you have better odds at a podcast or any other creative
my
venture?
podcast doesn't have to make it, but those are tech. So like all those skills are tangible. Maybe some of the music ones are like cuz all I have to do is like do the same shit for someone else's podcast and now I'm getting paid, you know what I mean? That's
Can't you
not
do
it's
like
not even why I'm doing
audio
it.
kind of engineering though?
You could,
Mixing,
but
mastering, all
I've been
that weird
stubborn with
stuff.
all that. So I know why
You don't
would
like doing that stuff.
I hate doing it for well, not even just doing that stuff. My problem why I don't make money is cuz I just hate doing things for other people.
You just like working on your own stuff.
Yeah, and then the minute it's not my project is the minute I get bored usually.
Mm,
But so, because if I can
okay.
shake that off, well, I mean, dude, I know successful people in all those fields already. Um, maybe though, maybe maybe it's stubborn, but also like a lot of those successful people I know though, who are making full-time livings, they make either no stuff, or very little, and it's usually incomplete, you know? So
Well,
maybe I'm scared of that, too.
with any tech, if you weren't creating your own thing, don't you come back to the same problem? So, for
What?
example, with the podcast, you were like, "Well, I could always go edit and do other people's stuff." Well, now you're not working on your own project. So, would you not? Is it the type of work, or
I don't know if it's just because
wouldn't
I'm
you
good
run
at
into the
audio,
same
but that
issue
shit
there?
is so quick, you know?
Mm.
The same thing, yo. Like, I used to do like 8 recitals so easy, like, for them, you know what I mean? Because, I don't know, just maybe I just move in those programs so quick that, like, I'm far removed now from that. But I mean, like, I always tell this story, like, I kind of had to doctor my hours because if I didn't, like, even though they paid like hourly, but it was like, dude, like, I can't be like, yo, I did 8 CDs and it's done in 1 hour. I'm like, I'm making no money, like, so I kind
Yeah,
of did like I think I did like one CD was like 2 hours, and I was like, well, that's fair or something, you know what I mean? That way, it's something. But like a lot of the audio stuff for like of this nature, maybe like a song, maybe not a song so much unless you're like really really good. but like, cause then you have to go get into it. But things like talking, or the way the recitals are recorded, cause it's two overhead mics, so it's only you're doing more cleanup than you are doing like every instrument needs to get mixed and EQ'd and compressed and all that bullshit. You know, it's a different type of editing, you know, than when you build in a song and you got two.
So you wouldn't really care to do it. It's just easier, so it's more tolerable.
Yeah,
if
like
you
it's
had
natural.
to do it
Yeah,
first,
it's already something
that you
I
didn't
know,
care
and
about.
like I feel like I can breeze through those things, you know.
Okay, very well.
Versus like when I record a rapper, dude. Like one day I spent like 10 hours with one rapper, and we didn't get the song even done. And it's like, what the fuck, you know? like my whole Saturday's gone, and I got paid for every hour, but I'm not.
I got
you
you.
know.
What's the last What's the last thing that or song, something musically that you made that you were either
the
really
David
happy
song.
about
David
or
song.
excited? Okay, all right.
Memories of You.
Yeah, that makes sense.
First song.
What is that?
Let
For
alone
people don't know, explain what that song is.
Let alone the subject matter. My friend David killed himself. And I wrote some lyrics.
Wow, way to just ease into that.
You don't even know.
Christ.
Like I've been telling this story so much, and people get all shocked and shit. And I'm like, man, I need a better way.
Wow.
I've told it so much that it's just
more red flags that you're
But nah, he killed himself, and I wrote some lyrics for whatever reason. And then one day I was making a beat, and I was like, wouldn't it be cool? There was like lyrics on here. And I was like, oh, I wrote some lyrics on here. I should do it, even though I don't normally rap. But then I did it. I kind of made it work. And then I sent you the first demo, and that shit sounded like ass. And then I did it again, and it probably sounded better. I don't know if it's not ass, but it's definitely way better than the first one.
Yeah, people should check that out.
And then everybody was like, that's cool, but you should definitely be singing everywhere. Auto-tune for life.
The singing is good. I do approve of the singing.
Team sellout.
Are you working on anything currently? Or are you like
in my head? I was writing the lyrics and I made the beat.
Something in the future, or what's going on?
Do you hear me now? Or
the
no?
ALR boosh, the music.
Do you hear me?
Alter ego.
You don't hear me, right?
What? I can hear you.
Okay, you do hear me?
Yeah.
All right, my bad. But I think I wrote like some of the lyrics for the to counter the hip hop song that you wrote. Those lyrics.
Okay.
And then in my head, I have the idea of what the beat sounds like, but
I didn't write that, by the way. I don't.
You freestyled it or whatever.
I didn't freestyle. My name's Kaiser.
Oh, my bad.
I actually don't rap.
Let me tell you something. I'm recording the video
I'm not quite
of
sure
this.
What he's talking about. Him and his other goons that make fascist raps.
I'm recording the video of this.
The Kaiser is not a part of that. Let me just get that out.
I'm recording the video of this, and let me tell you, it says here at Ski Mask.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Sounds like some ignorant ass stuck rapper that I would absolutely never listen to, ever. Sounds like some auto-tuned trap trash. All right. I'm moving on. I don't know what this guy's talking about.
That's the next
Anyway,
song.
you're writing a song with some goon. Okay. About hip hop? Okay.
Yeah. At Ski Mask P, that guy.
Shout out to Ski Mask P. Making goon tracks with ALR boosh, I guess. All right.
But I mean, I've been podcasting.
You're dabbling in the raps now. You're dabbling in the raps.
I do the Instagram. Every Instagram post I do is I always do it in raps because they're just to keep the mind always working. And I think that makes it easier. They're not all good. Sometimes they're good, and then sometimes I'm forcing it, but it's all work. And I remember one day, like a few days ago, my friend posted some shit that kind of seems borderline depressing, or like maybe like more on the negative slant. Which they
you don't like that stuff.
No, I don't. But I mean, like, instead of responding like the normal stuff, like keep your head up, or you can hit me up, you want to talk, blah blah blah. I just wrote a verse like on there as my response.
Damn.
But like
always grinding, dog. I don't even talk to people no more.
But I mean, but it was kind of like, like, hey, look at what you've done, but in bars, So.
Do you think What do you think of the music genres that you like now? What do you think of them currently?
Hip hop. Oh well, the thing, yeah.
Don't lie. Let the people know that you're pro Drake before you start double talking on this mini series. I mean, make sure you're honest. All right.
So yeah, hip hop, is dominated by the new stuff, the southern stuff. On the surface level, it is kind of all ass. But a combination of hearing it so much and then just giving into cool beats. I can listen to some of them when they got cool beats, but honestly, yeah, it sucks now. But I always wonder, and me and you have this conversation forever. Does it really suck, or are we just old? It's probably a combination of both, right? Like,
yeah,
maybe that's why it takes me maybe a month now to get into the new song instead of instantly. But then I hear some shit by Kendrick, except for Humble. I mean, my first impression of Humble was whatever, but that grew on you too. But I hear shit by Kendrick and I'm like, oh fuck, yo, this guy's going in, So,
but for other stuff, you tend to listen more for the beats, which is I'm kind of neutral on that.
Yeah.
Like a good beat.
Hip hop's the only thing I hear.
Think too much of it.
Hip hop's the only thing I hear lyric first, and that's probably because how we grew up. I mean, we always did that, lyrics.
But first, I feel like at the same time, you also don't care much for lyrics anymore. Not that you don't.
It's like not a priority anymore. No.
Yeah. So.
I mean, it never was really for the other ones. That's how I was able to hear Korean music and Japanese shit and Russian shit. And yeah, and hip hop was the only one, and I don't know why. Again, maybe because that's the word one, even though they all use words. But I mean, one of the reasons I used to say, even when I was younger, was well, they don't even make music for the most part, Now things are everywhere, but most of the guys didn't even make music, so it's yo, if your bars ain't even tight, why are we even here? You know what I mean?
But you still listen to new hip hop?
Yeah, but I don't chase it. You know what I mean? So if I'm hearing,
Who's your favorite new?
Kendrick Lamar.
Who's your favorite new nigga?
Oh man, you hit me with that Nori question. I don't even know. No, and you said it wrong. I think it was
I know.
What is it? New old or old new?
Yeah, old. Who's your favorite old?
That's mad confusing. That's mad.
What? All right. Who's your favorite new?
And that's even more confusing. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah. Shout out to Nori.
I don't even know. Does that mean I can pick between now and yesterday?
I don't know.
I don't even know who dropped it.
Just throwing that reference out there.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite new rapper?
Oh, Kendrick Lamar.
Or
I know you don't want me to say Kendrick, but technically he's part of the class. So.
I want you to be honest.
Yeah, right? It's not even close. Kendrick, in my opinion, but I'm heavily biased because I know Joe Budden seems to think a lot of other people can rap, and maybe he's right because he probably listens more attentively than I do. But Kendrick's the only one for me that really has heavy bars. The other people in his supposed class, Big Sean, and I always forget the guy that's not named Big Sean. So sorry, other guy, but it's not close.
You know his name.
No, what's his name?
Hate him. You gonna say J. Cole?
Oh yeah. That come on, man. Fucking, are you kidding me?
See,
that's why I don't even remember this guy. That's why I don't even remember this guy, J. Cole, dude. Come on, man. We fucking. All right. I thought you were gonna say Drake, but yeah, J. Cole. Oh my god.
No, you got a sign ready in case they capture you. The real hip hop anti-movement captures you. You'll eat the side and feel never for Drake.
Yeah, nah, J. Cole. It's J. Cole's the guy I have to say, I guess he's nice. Because I never like any of his stuff, and it's I guess he's good, because he's good, right? He's doing it long enough now. He's not bad. Or not good.
Who, J. Cole?
What I'm trying to say. J. Cole, I mean.
Okay. I didn't really listen to a lot of these guys, to be fair, just for context.
I don't fucking... Dude, for whatever reason, I hear J. Cole, and that dude doesn't mesh with me. And then when it's time...
He's not bad.
He's not bad, but it's just he just doesn't vibe with me. Kendrick always vibed with me. So right there we started off wrong. And then when I hear those two on the same track, or when they do something I think it was Good Friday, and they switch each other's beats, I played you those 2 songs, and you made me
Yeah, yeah.
stop J. Cole after verse 1.
It's not as good as Kendrick.
Kendrick didn't even do choruses. I know, but I'm just saying, like,
this
to
is
me,
gonna turn into something else.
I know, but I just think, to me, like, I hear. That's why when you're like, who's your favorite new rapper? I'm like, man, to me, it's almost like
Kendrick.
one guy. No, not even that, but just like, it's like only one guy is out there even pushing the game. And it's like everybody else is like just showing up, you know, just showing like what's going on here. No one's pushing it, you know?
Yeah. Just as a side note, I imagine that agents of Drake, when they do eat the cyanide pill, they say before they die, they say, we started at the bottom, now we're here. And then they hit you on it in time.
Yo, man, Drake and Kendrick have like silent meta beef too, you know? So I mean, I'm on King Kendrick's side forever.
What about the other genres? Prog rock and I guess whatever you listen to now in EDC.
EDM. EDC
What's
is like
EDC?
a festival.
Oh yeah, it's like that was like a Freudian slip.
Yeah,
it's the same.
Deep down inside, you want to go like to Vegas.
Yeah.
See, so like, and who knows? Maybe it was like this, but there was no internet to make the world small. So, Dream Theater, what they can do and did is amazing, but maybe to they probably plateaued. But that's a whole nother topic. Same way we were tangenting on Kendrick, I can do that with them too. But because I barely hear any other new shit. It's just like I hear it out of respect, and it's usually like I'm forced to listen to. It's just horrible. But at that time, and again, maybe it was because there was no internet. Prog rock was like real crazy bands in prog rock were kind of rare, and now I feel like, you know, just like everything, everybody and their mom can do it. The only difference is there's no easy way to get godlike at a guitar. Those guys still worked for it, you know. There is no Ableton came out and auto beat, so there's no cheating going on unless there's some guitar steroids or bass steroids I don't know about. But it's just like there's a bunch of people. There's another band called Meshuggah. When they came out, no one sounded like them, but you know everybody wants to be everybody else. So still, no one kind of sounds like them, but now their style is at least replicated. They use 8-string guitars. They're crazy. But
I feel like you're gonna say the same thing for all right, the trend.
Now that we all make music, like we all sound the same. Like same thing happened with everything. Singularity, MMA, we all fight the same. Everything's fucking boring. Street Fighter 5.
for as long as I can remember, the Pillars of Boosh Life started from a long time ago, right? Like I don't know when we first started. Like you said, Wu-Tang. I don't remember like. I probably wasn't with you when you first heard Wu-Tang. I'm pretty, I'm positive I wasn't. I don't remember the first song I heard.
Do you remember what year we started first grade? Because, I mean, we meet then, but I don't know what.
Oh, man, first grade.
Yeah.
How old we were, like 6 then? That was like 91, maybe?
I'm going to look up, because I feel that album came out after then.
I feel like, doesn't that come out in like 93?
Something like that, yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, it was a long time ago. But you've always liked music, games, comics, all those things. Do you think because of like where music's going, I guess on a commercial kind of level, that you'll become disinterested in making it? Or do you think that maybe you'll just like slowly
I had that already. And
so, but you still like music now.
But the album did come out in 93. I think I went through that phase heavy already, which probably leads to me becoming like heavy in podcast and other things. But
you think it'll become video games? Spoiler.
What, music?
Yeah.
Isn't it already?
You think so? No, I think you're.
You mean the act of making music, or do you mean just music?
Just your engagement in it.
Oh,
in general, whether you're making it or consuming it. No, I mean you.
Man, sometimes I wish I would get rid of everything because then I can just fucking be a bum and travel. like it just feel like it'd be no worries.
Right. We'll save that for later.
For the life one. But oh man, I feel like I mean, the fact that I already knocked it down already shows you, like now I do podcasts over that shit. I'm gonna be like the anti-Russ. I'm gonna drop as many songs as people do an album right now, like,
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but like, cause I think what it is right now is it's fun. Like, I do it for me. I never try to sound like nobody, which is probably like my success detriment, but it also, for better or worse, a lot of people do tell me I do have a sound because of it. Um, and oh, fuck, I forgot where I was kind of going. Like you saying if I'm gonna stop, right?
Do you see that being like something that can happen now? Like you just become
I
no
think.
longer interested in
I mean,
to the same extent that
it's
it is for
weird because
video
I'm not even
games.
making music, but I still bought things. Um, just recently, this summer for it. I think the main thing that would probably, I don't know if I could stop, man, because I feel like that was like one of the first real loves I take seriously. Maybe basketball was the first love, but I feel like that's the one I guess I kind of go hard in my 20s. And so I don't know if I'd ever fully stop, but I think the thing that can probably knock it down is if I'm not able to do whatever I want. I think if I'm able to do whatever I want, I'll keep doing it. But if I have to like do a real job, then maybe it'll get knocked back down to a lot of more steps. Or if I do the normal life, if I join like your team, and get like a wife or some shit. Um
I'm not on any team, by the way.
like team real life, if I join like the team normal man who gets like the
I'm far
series.
from I'm
Yeah, I
far
know.
from a normal
I don't
man.
know
All
what the
right,
Kaiser is. You're gonna have to give me
you know,
definitions for all these personalities.
mm, I'm far from a normal being.
But I'm just
You see,
saying,
if they could see the video, look at the video where I'm at. And
first off,
you don't know where this is. Nobody
you're
knows
gonna
where
if you're
this
talking about
is.
you're gonna have to come up with a better way to even like shoot this because I think now that you're shooting in darkness, you're forcing the camera to work so much that now it just moves in lag. I don't know if you see that or not.
No, that's not lag.
That's shadow quickness.
Those are dimensional
Yeah,
shifts.
okay.
Yeah, from where
Is
I
that
am.
how we're selling it? As marketing?
Yeah.
You are the
This
marketing guy,
is
right?
how is there only light on me and nowhere else here? Where is this place? Huh? Come on. All
Shout out
right.
to laptop light.
There's no laptop. You think this is just a screen?
My man's talking to me through portals and shit.
Yeah, yeah. See, look at this place. Look at this.
What's the portal called? Discord?
No, no. There's Wi-Fi in here though.
Oh shit! Shout out to tech.
Shout out to Comcast for hooking up
Hmm.
internet infrastructure in
Mm.
the Nether Zone.
There
But
you go.
anyway,
There you go.
wow, what a tangent.
I don't even know what he was talking about.
The Nether Zone.
But
So
I mean, as long as I'm free, I'm always do the things I want, and then we will see if my mind's able to handle the rigors of normal world, and if I still keep going, or maybe I get into other stuff because of it.
what do you hate most about music, or being a musician, or consuming,
Doing
creating
it or
it?
the consuming part, or
Both. Well, no, not even the consuming part, because
yeah.
wouldn't that just be shitty music?
I think. I mean, yeah, but I think no, because then I can go down that whole. I mean, yeah, shitty music, but I can go down that whole like. Now that we make everything easier, everybody not only sounds the same, but people are painting music. No one's learning nothing. Like
But do you care about that as just a pure consumer? And you just care
no,
about
because
the
I probably listen to a bunch of kids who don't know what the fuck they're doing on like a lot of the wave music. I'm sure it's done by people who don't know shit. Some of them, not all of them. I'm sure some of them are just more talented than me. Because usually electronic runs the gamut. You get your real people and you get your painters. But that also leads to like usually people just doing the same thing again and again. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. So you don't like
I mean it's the gift and the
music.
curse of the internet. Everybody's doing the same shit. Like so I mean like
That's what you hate. That's what you hate most about being a consumer is that
yeah, like cuz I
it
mean
just gets
Russ when he was
replicated.
on Everyday Struggle, he was talking about too like yo man like the internet it don't matter where you're from right now because the internet, because it's people in Poland making the illest trap songs right now. And I'm
Mm.
like, that used to be one of the gifts that Napster and shit gave me was hearing that's how I get into Korean and Japanese music because it was fucking different, you know? Even if it was the same thing reinterpreted, but it was different. But now if I fucking go to Poland, Korea, Japan, or whatever, like hear G Dragon from Korea rap, it's gonna sound like fucking trap. I'm like, well, I got Future right here. You know, he's only a 3 hour plane ride away. What the fuck I need to hear you do the same shit for? You know what I mean? Um,
Mm.
it's just that shit's kind of whack. Like
What about as from the creative side? What do you hate?
same thing. Everybody does the same thing. Everybody wants to sound that's why everybody makes that's how you get Cardi B in the Bronx fucking sounding. I just thought from a beat perspective that
You
song
like that song
I do,
too.
but
You
I
were
mean
listening to that,
it
by the way. For
sounds
those of you out there who look red flag, anyway.
and so yeah, beat wise it sounds
Cardi B
like trap
song.
music.
It was
So
good.
right there, I'm like, man, that's from the Bronx. And then I just saw a bit of an interview because I don't know nothing about this woman, so I'm trying to understand what's going on here.
It's like a
And
reality star.
yeah, but I was just trying to understand the mind if whatever's going on, or because she seems to act kind of like super like overly ghetto. Like, is this real? Like, maybe
No,
acting a
nothing.
little.
Yo, nothing's real, man.
Like,
That's why I stay in another realm because here I know things are real.
but she's on, Charlemagne the guy, Breakfast Club. That's what his name. He's on that show, and they asked her this question because I don't listen to this music enough. So I guess it's called Bodak Yellow, right, or something because she's kind of ripping off Kodak Black's flow, and I'm like, ah, damn. So now even the rap part is like a rip off of the South. I'm
And
like, this is
it's glorified in the name of the track.
yeah. So I'm like, she's not even hiding that shit first off, and then like, damn. So Bronx gets put on the map, and that's how because the only way from New York to get back on top is just to sound like 80 TL. Like fuck me, dude. Like so that's
Very
just
well.
super disappointing, dude. Like no matter what coast you going to, um, auto tune singing or like boom, boom, boom with machine gun hi hats and whatever the fuck.
So how do you find music that keeps you engaged? So then, like, what keeps you engaged as a consumer and as a creator? Then,
I'm old now, right? So like when my people make stuff, Joker just dropped music, right?
okay,
Like Joker just dropped 3 tracks, and I was like, one, I liked him, but I'm a super Joker fanboy, so I like everything he does, probably even when they suck. But I'm hearing them, and I'm like, yo, for this release, yo, this is like this is classic. Like this could have been released in the dubstep era, and it's like because it's like super simple versus some of the stuff he's been doing lately. But I was also like, man, that probably means I'm old. like,
still listening for the OGs to drop tracks for you.
everything, same thing. Like Porcupine Tree's dead, but Steven Wilson, the leader of that, he just put out an album. I hear that shit. So I just, if any of the, earlier I went to Dallas to see Pain of Salvation, like same fucking bands I was hearing, like over there. Um, and then like I've, if through that sometimes you stumble on some other shit. I think last year I was still looking for new shit, but honestly, like a lot of times what probably killed it is I was keeping myself open. I would hear the music that I'm supposed to quote unquote listen to too. That probably jaded me because I would give people a chance, like the new rock bands or even some of the people who aren't new. They're not coming to mind, but like how a Taylor Swift, we'll never listen to Taylor Swift, but technically she's good, right? So like giving people like that a chance, and I'm like, oh man, what is this shit? Like I think David made me hear like 3 years ago the new Wiz Khalifa, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? What do I do with this shit? like,
So you're just listening to the stuff you already know.
pretty much like
It's
I
true
mean
and tested.
the
Do you
new
think
shit I
that's
hear is I hear a lot of new wave music, man, and they killing it, but
you like a lot of new rap too? At least the way it sounds.
beats, but songs,
Don't front.
I can't give you a new rap album if it ain't Kendrick, or even I'll give you a Drake thing, but it's like those guys are
The
like,
Jay-Z album.
oh yeah. But you see what's sad about that? It's great what it is, but I was telling my homie, yo, I never bumped that shit once. And he told me the same thing. He thought it was great, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I never bump it either. So I almost feel like it was good for the knowledge, but it wasn't good for. No one wants to play that shit.
Yo, what rap song would you bump anyway, though?
I still bump Kendrick Lamar's album, yo, and his beats is
Oh
dick shit
man,
on there. Even though I like some of those songs, but I mean, like,
I feel like the Jay-Z album isn't.
cause
I
some
feel
of
like
those
that
things
there's
he's
a
talking, and
special
it's like
place
it is a
to
special
listen
place.
to those.
Ain't nobody want to
those
hear
songs.
track 1 and 2 where he's fucking like talk rapping on purpose. You know what I mean? like you're more
I feel
listening.
like that's
to
a
it.
good. That's a good like driving. Like if you had to go on a drive,
Yeah, when I go to LA,
you
then
put that
maybe
on
I'll
or
put
something.
that on.
Yeah. You know, like a windy road through the mountains, and you listen to 444.
But I almost rather just put on the new Kendrick for that shit, yo. Because I'm going to get this stupid concept and this whole journey. I'm going to get this guy, you know, like.
Well, you're super Kendrick biased.
Super.
So.
Hell yeah, yo. Because, I mean, and then he pushes the flow on record probably more than most people, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody thinks about his the timbre or the way his voice sounds on a record more than him. So.
What's the future? Where's music going for you? Where do you see your relationship
I see
to
us
music
in 1
going?
year.
Wow, 1 year.
In 1 year, me and you will be on some whack ass magazine not called Complex.
Oh, me.
Doing like
what am I doing? Because I certainly don't rap.
No, but we're gonna do a poor man's everyday struggle and we'll just keep commenting.
We're gonna have okay. That's how
we're gonna be our own Joe Buttons and like new music sucks.
Pretty much.
If we aren't that already.
That's kind of. I feel like I'm already on.
You're already Joe Budden. Yeah. I'm kind of like.
I'm just coming from a technical standpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not even discussing that here.
I'm like, I don't want to say.
It's not my fault if people don't know how to use words.
Shits, they don't need them shits, man. They're beats.
Well, I don't know what you're doing then, buddy. When I have beat contests, that's a different story. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about
Here drummers. As a Mike Will call. Mike Will made it.
Jeez. Where do you rank music out of the 4 pillars of boosh life that I have identified? Gaming, music, comics, and then movies kind of bleeds into, I don't know, maybe the other ones, but I guess just general entertainment, movies. Yeah, movies.
And I'm gonna put life first, right?
Life's not involved in.
I'm putting life anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
That doesn't even make. They're all encompassed in life. They can't be no.
Yo, no, because I feel like over consuming anything right now. I feel like that's one of the number one things I'm interested in is like myself right now, trying to understand like what the hell am I, and what to do, and if I should let go of everything.
I assume life was number one. All right.
Yeah,
and if it's not for people, that's why I didn't include it. So.
And then sometimes I feel like unfortunately a lot of times music, even for me now, is just background shit. So it gets regulated, you know.
I feel like you're more interested in the Marvel and like the comic book universe.
But I mean, now that the TV shows shut down, I feel like, well, there's only gonna be like 5 times I'm interested in them shits like a year now.
But I don't even. Well, even the negative engagement is there. Like you're still interested in it. You want it to be good. You know what I mean? Like
I don't want them to suck.
You don't care too much for it. We don't want hip hop to suck, but it's just like
Yeah, we had our time. We served our time. You know.
Yeah. So where's music stand then? Out of those 4 things.
Comics and what?
Comics, music, games, and then I put movies. But movies could just be entertainment.
I'm gonna put music. I mean, maybe you mean consuming, but I mean, music would probably have to be over all of them because I still technically make it.
This is both. This is everything. This
yeah,
is
music,
consuming,
music because
creating.
I still make it, and I'm always put making shit over like the other shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Music's number 1.
Because I don't make any comics yet. I don't make any like movies yet. You know, like
music is right below life.
It's just because I can still use it. I can still funnel creativity through that channel, and I don't.
What's more important to you, creating or music?
Creating.
That's
why I do a
podcast.
That's why I do a podcast.
So
It's more the.
So it doesn't matter. It's really just.
I think so. I think that's what I'm learning. Like if I'm making shit, then I'm all right. If I'm not making shit, then I get problems.
Very well. All right. Well, that'll probably be further discussed in episode 5, The Sith Returns.
I hope this ain't a tough episode to hear with me eating these chips.
No.
Not for you. I just meant for people.
Song of the week. This perfect time. Song of the week. The music episode. What was your song of the week and why?
Yeah, I've been
Give
hearing
some good reasons.
Fucking old shit. Yo, I'm gonna throw it on. Damn, you know what? Like a few hours ago, it would have been Joker stuff. But I'm gonna say Hudson Mohawk Star Crack Out.
What is that? I have no idea what that is.
That's just like nowadays that guy's on like Kanye's label and he makes beats that Kanye rejects and then he tweets about him like not rejecting two future music and you keep choosing the same bullshit music. But so he is on the beat side, but he's one of those beat guys that I always talk about that they come from the actual beat world, you know, like Flying Lotus and those people, you know?
Yeah.
This song in particular is like some weird sad sample kind of ambient shit. It's just I was hearing it now and I was like, man, that's a fucked up vibe, you know? But yeah, no, that's a good one. And the one before it too is a time travel song. It's called Fuse. And that one's an actual beat, but that one I'm like, damn. When I hear that one, I was like, man, we were all different people back then. When that song came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
bacon. You got one?
My song of the week is going to be. When I go home, I lately I've just been listening to like Vinny Paz and Ill Bill, like Coca Nostra, but I don't know. And then whatever Spotify will like randomly put on after I've like listened to whatever else put it on, but I don't know. Definitely super biased towards that like group, but there's a song. I think it's on Vinny Paz's God of the Serengeti. It's called Geometry of Business with Ill Bill and Slain. And yeah, it's another one of their hard, crazy ass tracks. But yeah, I hadn't heard that song in a while. I heard it driving home. I was like, yeah, this is super dope. It makes me angry. I smash my car. It's one of these people that don't know how to drive. Song of the week, Geometry of Business. Vinny Paz featuring Ill Bill and Slain.
There you go.
Yeah, so we dived into a little bit about the music. I think that was, I liked it. It didn't turn into, our a usual debate about rap or something. I think we just got to hear your side of stuff. But that's it for this week, episode 2, Inside the Mind of Boosh Music. Stay tuned for episode 3, where we will do video games. They were a huge part, video games. I saw the Dreamcast thing you posted the other day. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Dreamcast. They're a huge part of the pillars of life.
Pillars of life.
The pillars of Boosh life. But that's all I got. You got any last words for the people? Defend yourself about any of the double talk, subliminal pro Drake things you might have said.
I didn't even say any of those things today.
We'll leave that up for the. We'll let the people decide. We'll let the people.
I think if you hear hip hop is not Drake is not hip hop, that episode is pretty. I think that's the one.
We'll let people decide. I'm talking about subliminal things. You know, they might have been little code words that you said very low.
All I said was "All Hail Kendrick" a lot.
But if you play it backwards, it says, what does it say if you play it backwards?
Drake undercover agent.
It says back to back, back to back. That's what it says. Jeez. Anyway, any last words?
Bake that chicken, right? Smoke that turkey.
See, I feel like that's pro J code words. Those are like mainstream triggers that you say to people. Bake that chicken.
Yeah.
All right. Well, enough of that. bake that chicken, and
Yeah.
smoke that turkey. And that's it. And we hope you enjoyed, right?
Do you want me to hope they enjoyed it too?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm asked, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. We hope you enjoyed. Yeah, no, we really do hope you enjoyed. And if you didn't, like, you know, for the most part, you know, we care a little bit. I care a little. I won't say whatever. I'll say I'll care a little. There's a little kernel of care.
All right, dude.
You like that?
Yeah.
All right.
It's like KFC.
Kernel of care.
KFC.
That's the jingle.
Yeah. We're gonna try to get that sponsored
kernel of care.
You gotta get that sponsored by KFC.
Yeah, KFC. Eat KFC too, because it's good. It's real good. It's real good. All right, that's it. Peace. What happened to peace? Peace.
Bacon.
Wow. See, way to screw it up.